Now, that same day, two of them were going to a village called Emmaus, about 7 miles from Jerusalem. They were talking with each other about everything that had happened. As they talked and discussed these things with each other, Jesus himself came up and walked along with them, but they were kept from recognizing him. He asks, "What are you discussing together as you walk along?" They stood still, their faces downcast. One of them, named Cleopas, asked him, "Are you the only one visiting Jerusalem who does not know the things that have happened there in these days?" "What things?" he asked. And about Jesus of Nazareth. They replied, "He was a prophet, powerful in word and deed before God and all the people. The chief priests and our rulers handed him over to be sentenced to death, and they crucified him. But we had hoped that he was the one who was going to redeem Israel. And what is more, it is the third day since all this took place. In addition, some of our women amazed us. They went to the tomb early this morning, but didn't find his body. They came and told us that they had seen a vision of angels who said he was alive. Then some of our companions went to the tomb and found it just as the woman had said, but they did not see Jesus. He said to them, "How foolish you are, and how slow to believe all that the prophets have spoken. Did not the Messiah have to suffer these things and then enter his glory?" And beginning with Moses and all the prophets, he explained to them what was said in all the scriptures concerning himself. As they approached the village to which they were going, Jesus continued on as if he were going farther. But they urged him strongly, "Stay with us, for it is nearly evening. The day is almost over." So he went in to stay with them. When he was at the table with them, he took bread, gave thanks, broke it, and began to give it to them. Then their eyes were opened, and they recognized him, and he disappeared from their sight. They said to each other, "Were not our hearts burning within us while he talked with us on the road and opened the scriptures to us?" They got up and returned at once to Jerusalem. There they found the 11 and those with them assembled together and said, "It is true, the Lord has risen and has appeared to Simon." Then the two told what had happened on the way and how Jesus was recognized by them when he broke the bread. Thanks be to God. Amen. Good. What to do when you are on your Emmaus Road? Orofo nchai ena yedi bronya yedi Easter kwesiada ne kai o sorry no na sorry a married in Emmaus Road no say 3 days after bra ne si o Jerusalem no nkrofo mienu bi omote yebeka say countryside just say 7 miles Emmaus is 7 miles away from Jerusalem. Omo aba be witness ni akoso nyina and almost sign akọ womu ekrom. The Krona ya na etwa kesi ehun ehia no 7 miles menim se no ya na yebeka so mo yenkurase for kakro se nso hono kakro mu ho a it is not clear. Nemum de enim se sabre no it was 7 miles away from Jerusalem. Omo abawie na omonam ekwa so eko. They were current. Omunim ne na akoso Jerusalem. Efa Yesu ho. No enana omo edi ho enkomo. Or sometimes are we current? Do we know what is happening? Maybe about be I think lawyer also Irene about cultural Sunday amazing global can't say be a trauma come so far or see a movie or hana mo ayati akwantu so near me koso Hamburg near me koso Germany ya dwene nkoho nembom Ghana news na ne etie news na tie social media enya bre etie agrada ensama so ye so ye comedian so ye prophet so ye doctor eni ni nyina ba ne etwa ye ho ahia wa hwe ya enya daji ntie ntina otu yemfo. Let us seek to hear the news around us, even here in Germany. Enkrofo ya na omunam Emmaus kwaso and they were current na omudi nkomo efa niema akoso ewo Jerusalem na saa nkomo a na omudi ni ne esiye odofo eno na me person ne menemo ya dwendwen ho kakra na ebre emakwan a ye bo empire odofo ade ba ko a me person Shannon and say, you may be on your road to Emmaus. They were going to the Emmaus. A ho ayo mukuru, a ho aye baby anomote, a ho ayo mu situation, a ho aye your friend is a baby mufri buy, a ho enana omo sign ako. Nemo in this message, make us afahui, me characterize Emmaus Road and say a situation to be a omo na sabre no megiri se na car ni ho anu ntino 7 miles de na ekwan tietia ma omo nam fom eko now whilst they were on the road to Emmaus no odofo almost situation na no mu no ye betimi characterize na me no yesua bibi Ephraim. So they were on their journey to Emmaus, on the road to Emmaus. Na Emmaus Road di ayasronko usa ye kai Yesu ni wo ni usore mano ayasronko semia no me no mufuri Emmaus o ma ba Jerusalem ma betie eniema ekọ so kwan ekum Yesu na news a yakafa Yesu ho se wa sore radi asem se omo enam sa your friend is saying road you see na no na enkomo ena omodi ade ba ko a me pese metwe ye nyina ya adwen esisuo ne se in the Emmaus Road no omo nam no adofuei na de enti ade omo ba ye ne se no mate owura bi ho asem owura no ono ni Yesu Kristo na sane e wonchi efri ewa pam dada no mu no na omo nim se Yesu de ono na oba abe restore Israel Yesu de ono na oba na wabeji Israel every wabeji Jewfo every Roman amamuo mu ane emu struggles mu na omati Yesu hu asamsampa ebi ono ne Messiah no ono na otimi hira pan no so na pan no num ne mfatan emienu etimi ye bebreme nipa pem num etimi di me saje nkwen no mate ne ho asem no mate Yesu hu asem se oye awurade a otimi nanti nsuo so odofo no mate Yesu hu asem se Yesu Kristo otimi kire otimi was a very good teacher. No matter who has a more, no matter sampa, Yesu, or yes, Ronco, and no more we are singing, no, or more Messiah, no, or my Jane Queen, no, from a nipple film, said your music tears, Tirano Casafa, Jim Corbin Banner, they were certain, they had full hope, say, Jesus is their solution. If there was any problem in the world, the person they could dream about to satisfying their needs, to meeting their needs, was Jesus. Nia no amode mo resha ni mo eye Yesu Kristo. Na so ankaye amawo mo. Esa se news o mo tie ye ne se sa wuraje nkwan ya obaji won kwan. Ya kuni ya bona senium. Na omo so nkwankwo te kora ye se sa Yesu no wasori e ma bi di ni ho dance ye se ye ku no ne nansa so wasori. Na the answer when you did we are some say, or for Emmaus Road and Koma na enuano mienui omu edie no. Or for that was their Emmaus Road. The road where they were discussing current affairs. They were talking about something. Nemom de no mo kasa no, omo nkomodie no. Na a discouragement. And a discouragement because and nti ajenko yo baji e den ye kuno nti no mabamu abu na Emmaus Road sie Emmaus Road nature says ye hwenkrofo mienu wo mo Emmaus Road na menni o ye sua bibia afri mo mo tibia no if we are characterizing their situation ye betumi aba say yenso ebia ye wo yen Emmaus Road ye wo situation bi ekọ mo ne tibia bi ekọ menim say ne adro dia prayer bi na so ebia anko say ne ye no send your no. I want to know the journey through Emmaus, on the road to Emmaus, to me, a journey through discouragement. In fact, they were discouraged. To me, a journey through disappointment. These guys were disappointed because they knew that Jesus had come to save them. But Uncle Senia, Omusi Ehunu say, Yesu, or Babaye Amao. And when to Emmaus Road, to me, a disappointment. Yeah, I also be in fact, they were walking and discussing. Just I dear be a say, what to quite on what to quite say, show, Bina show, no coyes, Yamaso, now signing Yakueti. It is quite discouraging and it is quite frustration. Emmaus Road, to me, I will frustration. Journey. You may be going through a period of frustration. You may be going through a period of disappointment. Emmaus Road, now okay, that was we had hope, say, Sergeant Quay, or no, Babaji and Qua, they then here, Kuno. And on Emmaus Road, to me, a road of hopelessness. Just I need that so was a yes, Baji and Quano. Na send that swallow na akofa baby. I don't think the make say na a journey of hopelessness. The better me so about say Emmaus Road, a journey of stressful moment or stressful circumstances. So therefore, to be a guy now come out say my too stressful, my too disappointed, my too frustrated, my too hopeless, my discouraged, my depressed. It was all situations. Emmaus Road. Emmaus was just a 7 miles away from Jerusalem. That's how they were sharing their frustration. They were sharing their disappointment. They were discussing among themselves. In fact, not a conversation of bitterness, a conversation of hopelessness. But for a dear bay, Emmaus Road, and now Namuso, and Yesu. Yakai new sorry. All of in the money away. After 2-3 days of remembering the resurrection power, what Emmaus Road experience are you going through? Therefore, dear Emmaus Road, experience. And out of what picture no, and mede amawe. Are you on your Emmaus Road? If you are on your Emmaus Road, so when namu Emmaus kwanswa, unia utie me ediebe na obetumi aye. What do we do? Or what can we do when you are on your Emmaus Road? Number one, number one, when you are on your Emmaus Road, or therefore, guard your tongue, guard your conversation. Be careful what you say. We are talking about interpersonal relationship. Yeni afufrontem ayonkofa. Sankrofo mienri na megini se omunami Emmaus no mo ayonkofa no na so they were walking down the road, sharing their experiences, their hopelessness. Nah, they were on the road going to Emmaus with all their hopelessness. As you journey through Emmaus, number one, guard your conversation or guard your tongue. Therefore, bra, omonam Emmaus, omo gendri, omo kasa prakopa, omo kasa omudim komo. Ehwa na Bible say, Yesu Kristo no mo kan ho asebo. Enu at least ubo Yesu din a Yesu nso be wo ho. Ehwa ena Yesu pie omumu. But Bible say they were kept prevented from recognizing Jesus, making no one cemetery. But no muguso, edi omunkomo. And why na Jesus Christo? I didn't have no tomb. Na, or didn't have no tomb, no. When you must say Cleopas, or say the yenimno, or say, are you the only one in Jerusalem? They were talking to each other about everything that had happened. As they talked and discussed these things with each other, Jesus himself came up and walked along with them. On the road to Emmaus. But they were come from recognizing him. He asked them, what are you discussing about? Discussing together as you walk along. Yes, nebisa omo. Yes, nimpa koma omudi, but obisa omo. But these guys were in their Emmaus Road. Neradia Sam said, they stood still their faces down. One of them, named Cleopas, asked him, are you the only one visiting Jerusalem who does not know the things that have happened there in these days? Yesu babies and said, I'm okay. You also be go through hopelessness, be go through disappointment, be go through stressful. Now could be say, a dear man and come on a moji. Wa na kwa no hwene nim sa de o se wo nkwana wo ye hoho e wo Jerusalem ana. Are you the only one in Jerusalem? Therefore, when you are going through your Emmaus Road, guard your conversation. It could be taken as positive, it could also be taken as negative. Unimuni pano. Ye nemre bi obeka se bia obia e wa nka beka sa akwa watu chika mama so hu sa watu chika mano e die nkomo na mudie so Yesu ne ye ka ne ho asem ansa na obeka se Yesu ne ye ka ne ho asem yodi kan bi sa no se na onkwa ne ho a o Jerusalem. Let me have a positive because a expression rhetorically umuchiremu achire no say niasi die a common knowledge niasi die twa so obi ehu na dey wo ye hoho and dey wo ye hoho. Therefore, in your Emmaus Road, guard your conversation. It could be positive, it could be negative. But Bible say, enipa biara ebedi ni techerema so de aba. Sometimes say you can be someone we are say you are just talking about positive compassion, but the reality is that someone here more or the four shall touch them shall kasa ye. It could cost you little things, it could also cost you bigger things. Guard your thoughts. Even when you are going through stress, or go through stress, I need him come up because some of the culture on one way I just hold you to question from. I don't who did you be at them because you're stressful. What hurted the feeling of the person? Maybe I wouldn't be else. So now wow. And when you are going through your Emmaus Road, when you are going through your painful situations, when you are going through your disappointment, when you are going through your hopelessness, guard your tongue. After all, you don't know who will come your way to be your savior. The people who were talking and Jesus appeared among them, they didn't know who Jesus was. No, we didn't say yes to tear. So, no. Be our who here, mono. Be our disappointment, no. Now these guys in the home, they may be a question, no. Be on never wow. And so, what to take a man? Because I have an interpersonal relationship. So when you are going through your Emmaus Road, guard your conversation. You know, number one, the person will share nonsense. Number two, Bra Yesu Christo bisasa, omusi omutrasi ena Clopas ekachas and other onkwa na yo Jerusalem. A train, they began to talk about everything that has happened in Jerusalem. Kwasi, he asked them, what are you discussing together? There's two so their faces downcast. One of them named Clopas asked him, are you the only one visiting Jerusalem who does not know the things that have happened here and these days? What things? Jesus probed further. Then they began about Jesus of Nazareth. They replied, he was a prophet. He was powerful in word and in deed before God and all people. The chief priests and all rulers handed him over to be sentenced to death, and they crucified him. But they had hoped that he was one who was going to redeem Israel. And what is more, it is the third day since all this took place. In addition, some of our women amazed us. They went to the tomb early this morning, but didn't find his body. They came and told us that they had seen a vision of angels who said he was alive. Then some of our companions went to the tomb and found it just as the woman had said, but they did not see Jesus. Wow. When you are on your Emmaus Road, beloved, let's talk about Jesus. Speak about Jesus. Oh yes, present the gospel about Jesus. Discuss what is about Jesus. Odofo yame kan say unamo Emmaus Road wa odofo di Yesu ho konkonsa o di Yesu ho konkonsa. Yes, who can concern? Let Jesus be your content. Let Jesus be the subject of your conversation. Or therefore, you can talk about politics with others. You can talk about what is happening in the society. But I want to encourage you as you go through your Emmaus Road, let Jesus be the subject matter. Let Jesus be the content of your conversation. Let Jesus be all that you can say. Or therefore, oh yes, sir. Or not to follow. Or say, oh yes, it is enough that Jesus died for me. It is enough. It is enough. Let Jesus be enough for you. Or from verse 19 up to verse 24, no, be a 5 years so near wakafa pam dada no near deep water kasa fan ho near yesu baba yo ye ni wo ene ni wo sorry ye ani ehun dance die ye no no born a tough one. And that is what actually happened. What we can say, it is what we call the historical Jesus. The summary of their conversation says, "Emre through ya, Yesu Kristo ye insano, ye wono, Radia Sam Amieti as ye onyini ye, no sheni ministry ase, onyame nam no su ye century, and pa obewuje adasampa, na ye bono asenuye, na ye sieno, na ne nansa swo oyede osore. This is the gospel these guys summarize, and that was the reality. So when you are in your Emmaus Road, begin to confess who Jesus is into your situation. When you are on your Emmaus Road, begin to share the gospel. Don't be discouraged. Don't let your hopelessness, don't let your discouragement silence your witness. Odofo, sawadi Yesu etinu kuremu a, woni nyame wa yonkofa. Emma o tibia uwom, Emma o situation na uwom, Emma won kanwa ntumu fa Yesu ho. As you are on your Emmaus Road, odofo yeni Yesu ho dansi o. Wo ye namfofo mu yeni Yesu ho dansi enkyere wo mo. E wo ye mafra yenka Yesu ho asam enkyere wo mo o. When we are in the Emmaus Road, let's talk about Jesus. It is the more you talk about Jesus, the more Jesus will be present in your life, in that family. So person Yesu edi hiri wo fie ho a Shasi se udi Yesu nkomo atra ho fro wo fie. Who say Yesu di hini wo adwuma mu a shasi se udi Yesu nkomo atra ho fro wo adwuma. When you are on your Emmaus Road, Lord, let Jesus be the content of your conversation. Number 2, let Jesus be your subject matter as you find yourself in the Emmaus Road. In your theology, you are rich. Everything about Jesus. When they hear so, what they have witnessed. Near one case, any dance here. Near wow, near yes, why am out. Near yes to tear, but who down the traffic from. And when you know yes, who ya, yes, you know, was sorry. You are on your Emmaus Road. Speak, explain, talk about it. Point number 3. As you're on your Emmaus Road, always seek God for what we call divine discernment, divine revelation. So when I'm Emmaus Kwasi, enye wakoma so ade se, Awurade bebie osunsumu aniwa. Awurade bebie wani ni wakunu otibia awom, ene won na atwa ho ahia. Ente sa wan hwe ya bibi efa ho de beda ubebo dawro. Wan hwe ya obeyo ho se Samson. Woni mu se wanya dofo o ka ne secret nyina kire no. Enso se no e tamfo number 1. Not until say Awurade bie wani wan hwe ya unhunu se de ne Mexico. Ade ba ko a for na otwi mu Onyankopon nyansa ne ntirimu pomu no hwase ye be hye no nso pa ye be seek pa ne say Awurade bebie ye sunsumani wani. What we call revelation. Enkrofo Emmaus Road no na omunim say the normal human being nipa bi keke no omuni di nkomo, but na ye the resurrected Jesus, but they didn't know. Now from the beginning I said they were kept from recognizing Jesus. And until never can say na acquired to say veil and katanimu binti no senia Yesu tie. The same expression you Mary Magdalene, John chapter 14 and John chapter 20. And no na me kan wan sem kwasiada no. Mary Magdalene bra okọ baby esi Yesu no. Now hunu nkrofo bi omotion say normal nkrofo bi they were gardeners. He mistook Jesus to be a gardener. When anything come on, baby, baby, oh, I didn't quite walk, I didn't quite so anything come on. Now, Radia from Sana, yes, to born it is Mary, a ho, Maria, a ho, Anna, a Radia some say, Mary Magdalene, you who say, hey, you are born it, who says, Jesus, who not not unto say, or yet the spiritual eye to hear and discern, this is Jesus. she could not recognize him. Not until say and Crofway, our name Emmaus Road, not until say yes, you am good in the year. No, yes, now be what anyone who say, some Messiah, or more kind of one, but no, and what you would do. Na omunye nhunu Yesu. Yano na make us say yanam ye Emmaus Road wa Awurade mmie ye nani na ye hunu ni Awurade ye wo yabrabom. Awurade mmie ye nani na ye hunu ni pakro ahodo a nyame ma oba ya akwem. Awurade mmie ye sonsomani na ye hunu ene a eka I love you, I love you, I love you no. Awurade mmie ye nani na ye hunu omakoma. Awurade mmie ye spiritual eye. Awurade mmie ye spiritual eye for us to begin to discern. Look beyond the physical. Oh yes, a mystery somewhere kind or say nyankopon ka che some say hwe wo nipa de wo hwe ni so na me nyame me hwe akomam nyankopon not unto say nyame bia na ni na ye hunu from God's own perspective one hwe ye be hwe niema rata ya gugu ntokwa bia ne ke ni Kwasi ye ko when you are on your Emmaus Road, beloved, begin to pray for divine revelation. Begin to pray that Lord in this situation open my eyes. Begin to pray that Eradier be a many, Eradier be a many, Eradier be a many, so many one. But of course, you share yes once and one. You will be me and be your friend be said. What we call the historical Jesus. Yes, we are by now. Be understand quite a story. No crazy, maybe a champ. And you will be a friend of the Christ of faith. Say, Nyakopon, yes, Christo, ni sorry yet, you know. You relate with Jesus as faith. It takes the second eye for you to see, say, Ampa Yesua, you're born as a no, or no, and why they was sorry. And nay, say, Radim bien and ya, you want to say Jesus is alive, and it takes faith, Christ of faith. You would say, Ampa, yes, Christo, above what ye na Yano so, Wabeti, Yanona Paul, what do we do? What does he say? Yes, we need a share foreign a boy, yo, na Yesu, El Brow, Damascus kwaso yes ni na bomponi pu na lightning kese bi buye na Paulo eni fraye na Paulo say okunu han kese bi okunu Yesu clear what Yesu ne clear. It was a divine revelation and Paul was convinced say ampa was share Jesus. That is the Christ of faith. But for me ampa ye ba say Ewurade mi Yesu so many ye hunu Yesu ya brabom ye hunu Yesu ya busuam ye hunu Yesu ya kumam Yahoo Yesu, Yahoo Yesu, or prior nam the Emmaus Road. A radem waye na yehunu a radim me yesu maniwa yehunu that spirit of discernment, that spirit of revelation na yehunu God, yehunu the hand of God, yehunu the angels of God. Oh yes, yehunu the messengers of God around us. Not until Elisha kuano or bompa say radia biege hazi and bieneni what you radim bieneni kakra na radia says so biro who say above from and trying to wish here. And so, Brandon, so many wedding him, you know, who say, a town from Kwan and trying to wish here. But the voice of Radium, you were near, who say, a message is where I do about Diamono, but Yamia before be a town wish here. I don't be a Radia War, and slamming a Radio Mawo. Sayamia, you were near. Well, we are sorry now, no more soon to be a real. Now, Radim, you were near, who saw Yamia suffer, and the body of Christ. When Yamin nam so bu nkonia o nyame nam so hye ne mafro oni so o nyame nam so pagya ne ma odofo attitude besesa wo dwumadi besesa ye wo ye bia besesa because your spiritual eye has been opened. You know Paul pay my Ephesians 4 was I pray that the eyes of your understanding will be open. The one pay my say wo so many when bebuye. Oh yes, I pray that God will open our eyes to see the hand of God, to see the presence of God, to see what God is doing in our life. Beloved, as we go through our Emmaus Road, oh yes, ask God to open your eyes. Hello, to open your eyes, to open your eyes, to open your eyes, to open your eyes. Yes, to open your eyes. The hearts of the people around you, the hearts of the boss you are working with, the hearts of all your children. Open your eyes. Yɛno yɛ divine revelation. Just say nyame no ayɛ ɔmo adwuma. Na ne nyinaa nso bɛ desire sɛ Awurade ebie me sunsum ani w'ani. Bie m'akoma a mente ase ani w'ani. And until as you go through your Emmaus Road, yɛno ɛnyɛ wo mpaeɛ. Yɛtɔ so mmiɛnsa. Yɛtɔ so nnan. Na mede asɛm yi aba awieyɛ. As you go through your Emmaus Road, value people and be hospitable. Value people and be hospitable. In their frustration, in their disappointment. Yes, you know, Mudin Comasa, yes, you say, Chamako, I was saying, David, Massa, Adia Crassa, Onkwa, or when you know so. I must say, David, young cock, na young Quadadia Chiawako. Hospitality. Last night, Papa Ekasafa Gaius ni suba kwa mane da so ama Yohani bom pa ye mansa de ngresi ye nya hoden na wonya your friend say ayaresa no say ne esi ni kra ye no. Gaius was hospitable. Sometimes we claim that prayer, but we don't want to pay the price. Gaius was hospitable. Yes, a divine hospitality. Never back say you value people. And found your party channel, and found a 10 away, and found it 30 away, and found so eketwa, so I go school, so uncle school that send your dear biara, so at brofo, so ante brofo, so at dog, so ante dog. Value people just as they are, because they are made in the image of God. And who say, when you are there, now so no, we will value him. We will even give him a place to sleep. We will value people. Therefore, let's value people. Say nipa sombo mayania. Yebe bunipa. Yebe bunipa. Ni ani ako from temu so ba ye kama. Value people. Value people. Oh yes, value people. Therefore, yebe nipa sombo mayen. Interpersonal relationship. And only kote you focus. Emmaus encounter ne chire yen say we should value people. Therefore, value people. Oh, nipa who on street is we dakoro ba ko na abga kwato no house cylinder be heard there. Ton dey be an here obi an number for trot one number fruit tray. Ono an e bi kura anu a abga kwato na house cylinder be heard there. Ono an e bi abga kwato no consulate. Na o issue visa. Ono an nipa na e bi abga kwato mo hospital no mo nurses. Value people. Ebi anipa no bi na buy out team no bi na eka value people. Now value people ne fa no any say be hospital. The hospitality ne just say accommodate people. Ya kasa accommodate people a nipa ewo obi a won a perspective, obi a won ne say dey osi hunu nipa. And until say what tini pass, what baby any pay free bass, now who need pay sign no, and it just say who play the role of hospitality. A better was on in a yard, now so a only view, you respect the view of the other in all humility and only a hospitality. The hospitality nigga say be be better now. Nembo say nipa no etutum oye no oye kokko oji na tum na wo hwe say obebuano erade namo so enye shamaya no na Emmaus Road and perform you omo eyeye odofo a wutie me ene anumre me say as we journey through the journey towards the journey of Emmaus, as we go through our Emmaus, oh yes sir, Emmaus no so me boma asam no tofa me ka say eye situation of hopelessness, situation of depression, the situation of discouragement, frustration. Na omo ho no mo prekupe no ade ba ko a yebetimi asua firi omumu amaka ho asem say as you go through your pain, as you go through your discouraging situation, as you go through your stressful situation, guard your tongue, guard your conversation. Me atoso me no and say let Jesus be your subject matter. Me atoso me and say seek God's discernment. Ma erade me ususu maniwa. Me atoso 9 say value people, and that is divine hospitality. Nyame nhyira na ɔnhwɛ so ade nyina mu awurade tena nim ɛnkyerɛ wo moma yɛ mmɔ empire.